with a flashlight is underneath. Alright, these skulls are 200 years ago. People, they don't live in the villages. They live in the cave, and only nighttime they used to go out and hunt around to the other caves around here or other tribes. And when they kill someone, they used to bring them here, they eat them up, and I don't know where they used to keep all the bones away. And they kept only the skulls here because they used to count how many they killed. They keep them as a trophy. They used to keep them as a trophy. So you can see the big crack and the small holes. They use clubs and spears to kill them. But when the missionaries came in 1880s, then totally everything stopped. And the missionaries took the people who were living here. They took them to the villages and they showed them which animals to eat, like pig, fish, chicken. And also they showed them how to make garden and plant something for them to eat. And that's where they stopped eating human being. And also, the missionaries showed them how to bury their own dead if someone is dead in their family. They used to dig a hole and sit that person in the hole, and they used to bore clay pot and put a clay pot through the head, and the clay pot stops where the collarbone is. And they leave that person with a clay pot for some weeks or a month for the body to rotten away, and the clay pot hold the skull not to fall in the hole. And they used to go back and remove the clay pot with the skull and take the skull out from the clay pot, and they used to go down to their village where their cooking area, like kitchen. They hang the skull up there and make fire underneath to dry the skull up. And also they keep the skulls with them in their houses as memory. This is a trophy. But what I'm talking about, they keep them as a memory to tell their children or their friends something like, this is your mother's skull or your father's skull. But I don't know which year the camera came. Also, the missionaries showed them how to use cameras to snap someone and keep the photos as memory. And that's where the missionaries told them to take all the skulls from each houses, took them up to the graveyard and buried them all. So nowadays you go to the villages, you can't find any skulls in their houses because of the camera. And these ones, as I said, they were eaten by other tribes. They were enemies' skulls. And why they piled them into 3 piles? Because they were quite a lot of people live here, around 30 to 40 people live in this cave. They were in one group, but they divide them into 3 groups, and they were doing competition, who's going to be the top warrior, who's going to be the winner. That's why I think this pile here got more skulls, means they are winners among these 2 piles here. So, you know, the missionaries came, but still other parts of Milne Bay, they were still hiding and eating human beings in 1930s to 40s. And this is a story about one of the islands called Ferguson Island in Milne Bay. And it's a true story, it's not a joke, I will tell you. One of the white men, he flew with his chopper, helicopter to Ferguson Island. He landed there and he was trying to make friends with the people from Ferguson. And these people came with their clubs and their spears. They were trying to attack or kill this white man. And this white man, he was rushing to fly away, and he dropped one of his shoes and he flew away. And these people, when they saw the shoe, they thought he dropped one of his foot. So they got a shoe and they were boiling the shoe and drinking the shoe soup. So when they cut it up into small pieces, and they were trying to chew the shoe, but quite tough for them to chew it because it's a leather. Okay, this white man, he knew that these people will get his shoe, so he stayed for another few weeks and he flew back. He flew back, he landed with the same area, and the same guys came back again to attack or kill him again. When they came, and the first man, when he looked and saw him, so he recognized him that this is the same man, he came back again. So he turned around and told his friends, do not touch this white man, his skin is really tough. And that's where they were scared, and he made friends with them, and later they knew that his skin was really soft. End of our story.
That's a great story. Wow. Let me see in this.